Hi all, welcome back. Red Storm, Dark Blue Defection, Scenario 5, Dark Blue Defection. We're just about to start turn 6. This is part 15 on my playthrough. So yeah, I've been kind of zooming ahead, and John Brown, who's followed through right through these playthroughs and gave me all the comments, I think I'm way ahead of him now. So hope I'm not making major errors, because if he corrects some of these things now, we're probably past the point of no return. So yeah, we've finished our bombing. We got all that done. Reasonably success. Well, it wasn't great, was it? But you know what? We got something. We did get something, and at least Mother is going to be able to. I've just noticed there that if I operate, if I operate my bomber first, would that take the SAM? Would it take a hit from the SAM? Of course, they're both at long range, aren't they? It's just it'd be better the bomber taking the hit from the SAM than the helicopters, obviously. Well, I'll see if I can manipulate something when I do that, because I didn't finish on a turn there, so I could actually potentially just turn Slam in the hex, spending a movement point. Yeah, it would be a long range check though, wouldn't it? And if he didn't fire, then that would leave me. Well, I suppose I could actually move into that hex. Then he would try and fire again. Yeah, that might be an idea actually. Just to bait his fire, get him launching his SAM so that Mother can then step into that hex safely. Well, I say safely. Still going to get the inherent, aren't we? Okay, anyway. And the rest of the stuff, well, we're just hoping to keep their fighters away from the action. Yeah, and I want Chevy now to start heading down this way as well. I want heading towards this area, I think. So bring him across, so that he's going to get in the way and stop the fighters from getting anywhere near the helicopters. Basically, that's what we want to try and do. Okay, well, let's get. So it's the beginning of the turn, so I'll get started. I've probably only got one part left of me today, so let's get it done. Okay, so random event phase. Yeah, let's do it. 7. Let's check in. I want to say it's 5, 11 and 14 that don't apply, so 7 will apply. 7 is the man-pad ambush. Now, we had this before. I'll show you this so we can have a look at it together. Okay, man-pad ambush. Roll 1d10 again. 1 to 5 is Warsaw Pact, 6 to 10 it's NATO. That player selects one enemy flight that is at deck low and on the hostile side of the front for a man-pad ambush. Well, I do see one of our flights at low. I mean, we've got our helicopters at low, and actually we've got our bombers at low. So, let me get this clear. 1 to 5 it'd be Warsaw Pact. That player selects one enemy flight. So we want a 6 to 10 here, don't we? And we'll see what the solo side of it says, but let's just get the die roll first. So we kind of want a high roll here. There we go. No, dear. That's a 5. So that is Warsaw Pact. Now, that player selects one enemy flight that is at deck low and on the hostile side of the front for a man-pad ambush. Make a heavy AA barrage attack on selected enemy flight. The flight is considered to be at speed 3. If no enemy flight is eligible, there's no effect. Right, okay. Yeah, not good. So here's the bot side, obviously, in a 2-player game that, the Warsaw Pact player would choose. So I think there's just a way of selecting here. So man-pad ambush on 78 there. Randomly select a human player flight among flights at deck and low on hostile side at front. Oh no. Does that mean this could be the helicopters? Because helicopters are at low, our bombers are at low, and Vegas flight is at low. So it's going to be randomly between the three. We don't want the helicopters taking it. I mean, I'd probably prefer Vegas flight to take it, I think. So yeah, there's Vegas at low. Slam, the bombers at low, it's on the card has, and then obviously Mother, the helicopters, they're at low, and they're all on the enemy side of the front. That's what it said, wasn't it? On the hostile side of the front. So it's a heavy AA barrage attack. Well, we've got to randomly select between the three, so I don't know. I certainly don't recall having read anything that would stop that from attacking our helicopters. It would seem a bit harsh, but now what about under helicopters maybe, just in case, just the rules for helicopters, just in case there's something there before we roll this, or will we just randomly roll first? No, let me have a glance at this first. No, there's nothing in the main rules about helicopters. It just says helicopters are attacked normally by AA concentrations, so... Okay. Right, well, let's roll randomly. So I'm going to say 1 to 2... no, hang on, we've got a D10, Grant. I've got a D6 handy. Got the little ones. I'll just roll a D10 and can re-roll a 10. So 1 to 3 it's going to be Mother, 4 to 6 Slam, and 7 to 9 Vegas. Okay. So I kind of want a high roll again. Right, here we go. I'll move that one a little bit. Right, here we go. Okay, it's not Mother anyway. 1 to 3, that's the bombers, isn't it? 4 to 6, it was Slam. Yeah, so it's going to be the bombers. Okay, so a heavy... where is it? Yeah, I've still got it there. Make a heavy AA barrage attack on selected enemy flight. The flight is considered to be at speed 3. If no enemy flight is eligible, there's no effect. Right, okay. Right, okay, well, we could still get out of this. There's the heavy column. We're at low altitude, though. That was the condition, wasn't it? It was at low, wasn't it? Oh, it was at deck low. Yeah, we were at low. We had nobody at deck. Okay, so we're at low, so the to hit number is a 14. Look at the modifiers you'd get for that. But we're not on a bomb run, so we don't need to worry about that. So they need a 14 to hit. 14 or greater anyway. So if we can just get through this bit. Oh, 13, that'll do. Just double checking. Heavy, AA barrage, at low, 14 required. They only rolled 13. Ooh, yeah, I'm glad I got away with that one then. But I think the modifiers for that would be nasty as well. Well, they get an extra +1 for it being heavy. But that might have been bad enough. Okay, so we managed to get away with that. So no damage done. Right. Moving on. Next step is jamming phase. None of that. And detection. Okay, and nobody at deck. No, nobody at deck. So 2. Right, who we're going to look at first? We'll do our guys first. So we've got Vegas here, and for the warp, so patch detection level on the C column, so they need a 12. So for Vegas, being a 12, I've only rolled 6, so Vegas is staying down. Then we've got dodge in there, no modifiers again. I've rolled a 12. Well, no, I was going to say that. Is that not good? But it's not actually, because that 108 flight would have been a target for them, and now dodge is going to be another option. In fact, they too are looking at dodge right now, aren't they? I think. Well, it depends what else we've got, because next one up we've got Chevy. Now, he's not detected, but if he was detected here, I think he would come into the equation, because obviously there are flights of disorder there. Right, so no modifiers for Chevy, we need the 12. He's only rolled 5, so Chevy is not. And then our bomber and our helicopter are both detected, so nothing doing there. Right, so Markov on the D column this time, so we need a 13 to detect him. Rolled 11, not any good. Then we've got Wolf. Rolled 19 for Wolf, so Wolf is detected as well. And then Mechlin. 7, not any good. And there are 2 flights that are already detected. Okay, so what didn't get detected that maybe still could now with visual. So visuals, well, no. At night it's within 2 hexes. Well, they can't. Well, actually, hang on. Oh, actually, we can have a shot at him, but I don't think he can have a shot at us. Is that right? I might be making things up there. Well, he needs a IRST, but I think he's got it. Markov does have, yeah, the MiG-25 and the MiG-23 both have IRST. So I need to find that rule. 10 point something. Visual detection attempts at night are limited. 23.12. Is that just talking about night or? Oh no, there is a section 23.12. All NATO flights may make visual detection attempts at night, but only at a reduced range of 2 hexes. Only Warsaw Pact flights with IRST sensors may make visual detection attempts at night, but only in their forward arc at a range of 4 hexes or less. So he's not going to be able to detect us, which is kind of strange that we can do it to him. Is that not a... Well, wait, stop. We're disordered to start with, so we're not doing that. I wonder why that is then. All NATO flights may make visual detection attempts at night, but only at reduced range of 2 hexes. Because remember, normally you don't need... it doesn't need to be in your front arc. Of course, during the day he would have been able to. He wouldn't. His IRST only works if it's in his front arc, but he would have been able to do it once. The IRST, if he was facing the other way, the IRST would have been able to have a second attempt at. That's what it is. But still kind of strange that we can just look over our shoulder and he can't look over his shoulder at us. Unless they are easier to see at night. The MiGs, maybe. Something to do with that, maybe, possibly. Right, anyway, he's not in good order, anyway. Chevy is another flight that's undetected, but nothing within 2 or 4 hexes, 4 hexes of that matter. Mechlin, now again, no, he's not in good order. Dodge is disordered, so he can't do the visual detection. So no visual detection there, because we've got 3 flights in there that are disordered. So, and then the other possibility is the radar search. Again, that needs to be not disordered, non-disordered flight. So hang on. So we've got this one. No, this one, and this one. Right, we've got nothing that can radar search that. And we've got nothing that can radar search that. Chevy's facing the other way. And they've got nothing that can radar search that. Well, what about Mechlin? Could have a look at Chevy then, I think. If he's got some kind of radar. Yeah, because he's in his front arc. That does need, you do need the front arc for the radar search, don't you? Yeah. And it needs to be non-disordered. So Mechlin, what is he? The MiG-23. He's at high altitude. Does altitude look down does apply? He's no look down. There's his card there. He does have a radar. He does have a radar of 8, so he would have been able to do it, but he's no look down because he's sitting at. Actually no. Yeah, he is. He's sitting at high. I was looking at the counter that's beside him. Obviously that's for Dodge flight, but there's his marker there. So he is at high, and Chevy's at medium. So he's got no look down as well. So can't do that. But I think that's everybody then. Don't think we can check anyone else. No, I can't see anything else. Right. So that's the detection phase over. So on the movement phase, we're going to roll for to see who gets initiative. So what is that again? 1 to 6, it's NATO. 1 to 6, it's NATO. And just 6. So we get to start again. Well, unless we want to pass, of course, we got the option here, but I think I'd like to get Dodge flight out of there so that 108 flight gets the grief. So I would say with that, I want to go first. I probably want to get Chevy turned around as well. He's not detected though, so they're not going to look at him, but at least I can get him moving across. But I think my priority maybe to move Dodge flight. Right, okay, well we're going to take the initiative, so I'm going to draw a chip. I'm just going to double check that there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. Okay, so they're all there. Right. See what we get. 3 in the large. Oh, it's a 3 in the 3. Okay, well that's kind of good actually. Yeah, I think maybe Dodge. Or do I want to try and get the other one away as well? Maybe the 108 one. He's not going to get far enough away though. He's still going to be a target, I think. Right, well I'm definitely going to move Dodge first because he can dash. So his speed is, he's at high altitude. Now he's disordered, but that doesn't affect it. And he's half of the old Dodge flight that doesn't have the crippled aircraft, so he can dash. At high, so, and he's got a clean profile, so he can set a speed of 6, which is nice. So we're going to do that. We're going to, careful Grant. We're going to set a speed of 6. We're going to be dashing. Let's put that beside the disorder marker now. And basically it's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's one short. One short of the orbit point. That's a bummer. Yeah, well, it's not going to help by staring at it, Grant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At high altitude, still disordered, and he dashed. Used up all his 6. Yeah, he's just one short of that orbit point. Oh well, okay. That's fine though. He'll get there. It would have been nice to have had a roll to remove the disorder from this turn, mind you, but well, that's what it is. Right, I've got 2 more initiatives. So what about that 108 flight? He can't dash. He's at medium altitude. There's no point climbing him to high because the most speed he's going to get is 4. So he could move 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. These are still going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're still going to be within 7 of him. And remember, like I say, Chevy stayed undetected. So although Mecklen's within 7 of that, it's not detected. So, and they're not quite at there, are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, he is. Is the bomber? Yeah, the bomber's within 7 of Mecklin. Just. So in actual fact, that's Mecklin's target, isn't it? Because remember, although it's further away than what this one is, this is good order and this is not. Wolf is not. He's 1 hex short, so he will be looking at 108 flight. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, he's 7 away from that as well, but 108 flight's definitely going to be closer. I don't know if I want to move that yet though, because if I move that up there, he's going to follow. Wolf flight's going to follow. I think we need. Yeah, it's kind of annoying the fact that Chevy is undetected in some ways. I think I may have preferred it if he wasn't. Oh, there's nothing I can do about that. I can't sort of detect myself, can I? Don't think so. So the fact that Slam's going to be a target makes me kind of wonder, maybe I should move him, because I was talking about moving him further that way, wasn't I? But then Mecklin then suddenly goes for 108 flight, and then they're going up there, and I don't really want them going up there. Vegas is disordered now as well. Yuck. I mean, we've only got Chevy. Has he got BVR, Chevy? He does. He could actually have a go at Mecklin or Wolf. He's got a max turn marker. He would have, wouldn't he? Right, I think I'm going to look at moving Chevy, and then maybe my last flight, it might actually be my bomber, or it might be 108. Well, thing is, you could move both of them and not bother with Chevy. Let's see if I can get Chevy turned round to have a go at Mecklin, maybe, because he's got a max turn marker on him. He's at medium altitude. He could, well, he's got a normal speed of 4, which I think he might want to stick with to get the, I don't think he's going to be able to get turned. The range is 5 he's got to be in. I can't see that happening. You can actually just do it. And it would be, I would have, yeah. I was going to say it would only be Mecklin flight, but he's undetected. Actually, not only that, we couldn't BVR either because this guy's within 2 hexes. Okay, so that's not happening, Grant. Yeah, Chevy cannot do anything, so I'll have to think about what's going to happen here if I move the bomber, because I could move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could possibly move the bomber. I could possibly move my bombers to here maybe, and that would then they would be out of the 7 hex range. I don't know if I want to do that. I maybe want Mecklin coming for the bomber in some ways. Because remember, I mean, the helicopter's going to go in there and then he's going to come out and get back across the other side of the front. That's what he's wanting to do, and he's clearly wanting to avoid this 2K22 as well. So he's going to go in there, in that X, and then turn around and come right back out the same way he came. And I don't know if I just need to cross the front with having rescued the ace pilot, Nikolai, is that? Or if I have to do anything. I glanced at that. I couldn't really see anything, I don't think. It just says you get the victory points if you bring them across, if you rescue them and bring them across the other side of the front. So I'm assuming you just maybe you just have to survive the scenario out, you know, because I suppose I could still technically get chased down. I think I might just move my bomb. Actually, I might just activate both Slam and then Mother. Because the idea to activate Slam was to take the SA-13 fire. Because if Mother moves in there, it's a guarantee it's going to fire. That's going to be a long range attempt, which we kind of want to happen. Right, I'm gonna do Slam. So he's a clean flight now. And what happens? What state does he become? Because he's dropped all his bombs. Actually, does he abort? He does have infrared missiles, but he was a SEAD flight. Right, we'll need to check the task. So SEAD, air to ground, right. It says other, abort if all air to ground ordnance and gun ammo jettison depleted. So it's not just saying jettison. He doesn't have gun, he has abort. Right, I don't think I can do what I just said I wanted to do there then. Because you've got to avoid combat, haven't you? And I could avoid that SAM. Flight support as a consequence of morale, random events, damage. The player may choose to abort a flight at any time. Notice the abort, right. Any flight that aborts may move freely, unrestricted by the flight path rules. Aborted flights cannot initiate air-to-air combat or conduct air-to-ground attacks. There are no specific restrictions on aborted behaviour because there are too many variables that would influence it. But an aborted flight should avoid all combat and attempt to land at an eligible airfield. Should avoid all combat. So, well, you can see what I'm kind of wanting to do. I'm kind of wanting to... Well, hang on here. No. I was going to say, can I not climb to medium altitude here? That would trigger an attack by the SAM, but I do want to climb altitude. Remember, we've got a clean profile now as well. So, I'm at low altitude. So I've only got a speed of 3, but I'd like to climb. Well, I can dash at 5, which I guess I'll do. And, well, I dare say I could even zoom climb, couldn't I? To high. I think if I'm meant to avoid all combat, no, I was going to say the problem is, no, it's not, because if I just move straight ahead in that hex, the SAM cannot fire at me. And John confirmed this one for me. I was wondering about I'm making my movement here. It's different if I climb in this hex or if I turn in this hex, he will fire. Well, try to fire anyway, because he's at long range. But if I move into that hex, it's not that I've spent the movement point in there so that he can fire. I'm moving away. However, when I move into that hex, I'm going to take inherent AAA. However, yeah, and then I could climb to medium after that. Because if I climb to medium in that hex, I'll still take the inherent AAA and I'll take the SAM. So if I'm playing by how you're meant to do it and not take combat, not get involved, then I suppose I have to do it that way. That's a bit annoying. So it means Mother's going to go in herself and have to take the SAM, isn't she? Okay, so slam flight is aborted. What markers are they? There's one there. Let me just double check that again. It was SEAD. Air to ground, SAM, EWRA. Air to air, defend. other abort if all air-to-ground ordnance and gun ammo jettisoned/depleted. Well, he doesn't have gun ammo. He's only got infrared missiles. And all his bombs are gone, so... Okay. Okay, I'm just still going to move him, I think. Yeah, I mean, she's just going to have to go in, isn't it? Well, let's just find out what's going to happen with that, I've got 2 more initiatives, haven't I? Yeah, okay. I will move Swam. So I'm going to set. He's at O. He's got a speed of 3 unless we dash. We can dash now, so I'm going to dash him at 5. We'll put a dash marker on the card. So his speed's 5. Now he's still at low altitude. I'm going to move him. So I'm going to play it by the book and say that we can avoid taking that SAM attack. So I'm going to move him 1 hex into there. That's taking me to 4. I'm going to do a 30-degree turn with that though. Free 30-degree turn, which is as much as I can get at speed 5. And then, because we're at low altitude and we are still 1, 2, 3, we're 4 hexes in from the front. We're still going to get an inherent AA attack, which we know is a 13 roll, isn't it? Yeah, so an inherent 2K22 at low altitude. We're going to take a 13 or greater. 15. Okay. Not good. Right then. So over to check damage. If they're damaging us, this is on. We're going to be on this column, the not so good one. And then it's the bottom modifiers. So what we got here. The target defensive damage for the aardvark is a 3D, so he gets -3 there. Doesn't apply. His speed is his speed was set at 5. Good call. So his speed is 5 or greater, so he gets a -2 there. So that's a -5. Doesn't apply. Oh, sorry. No, it does apply at night. That one doesn't apply and that one doesn't apply because remember he's considered to be attacking at range 0. So 3, -3, minus another -2, -5, minus and a -1 there, -6 because it's no inside the target or at night. So a -6 to this. So a good chance we can still get away with this. Oh, that's not good. Is it? Maybe it is the -5 enough. 16. Thought at first it was 19. 16 -5 is 11. We've got a D result. Damn. Because it's the mobile one on the right. Any of the other ones we would have no effect. So 11. We get a D result. So we get a damage. Not good. So over the page, the damage allocation for Swam, he's got 4 aircraft. So just to see which one takes the damage. The 9, so it's probably 4. Yeah, aircraft number 4. So for Swam, that's a purple pen, isn't it? Aircraft number 4. is damaged. Not the end of the world, but that's our victory point loss. And then we do check morale here. The roll needs to be pretty low, but so Sam A combat here. So ideally, well, to be honest, it's got to be awful low. But we've got modifiers, 2 grand. We've got aggression value. Oh, it says probably +2 still. So +2 doesn't apply. Doesn't apply. This one does, because we had the friendly aircraft damage. So that takes us down to +1. Yeah, so we've got a +1 on this. That's not very good, but I think it might just be okay. 7 on this, yeah, look, see, yeah, I mean 6 or greater, you'd need to roll very low there. So 6 or greater, no effect. Okay. So, yeah, it could have been worse, I suppose, or could have been better, but however. So I've got 4 movement left, so now I'm going to get up higher. So I'm going to climb to medium, and remember we've already taken our inherent AA attack, so we can't get another one. So that goes to medium. I maybe want to, because I think I can zoom climb still. I've not got ordnance, I've dashed. I could spend 2 more points to climb to high, and then I'd be able to dash at speed 7. Yeah, and plus, what's Mechlin at? Oh, he's at high altitude. You know what though, he's got a manoeuvre marker on him. So yeah, I'm gonna zoom climb, so I'm gonna put that on him as well. And spend 2 more movement points. So I've got 1 left to climb to high altitude. Yeah, he was at high as well. No, it doesn't matter. You could have easily dropped to medium. Sorry, I'm talking about Mechlin, about what he's going to do. So we've got 1 more movement point. Going to move in there and spend end with a free turn at 30 degrees, which means I've got a max turn marker on me too. I'll just put that in the card as well. That was his last point. Do you know what? I think I can take these dice away, can't I? I could always look them up again if need be. That's for the waypoints. And these ones too. Not the suppress markers, but 1, 2, and 3 there. I don't think we're going to need them. Okay, so that was Slam. Done his thing. Got a bit of damage there, but he should be, well, he's not going to get grief from AA or Sam anymore, but however, some of the aircraft out there maybe come and have a go at him. Yeah, I've moved a little closer to be honest, which, well, Mechlin's got, like I say, a manoeuvre marker, so he's going to have to lose half his, but he does actually have BVR, so yeah, I'll maybe set myself up for a BVR attempt there. Oh well, never mind. Right, I've got 1 more flight to activate. I'm just wondering, I wonder if Chevy could go up there and take the fire. He's at medium. He can dash at 5. He's not going to reach, is he? He's only 1 hex shorter, actually. 1 hex short, but 1 hex short is 1 hex short, Grant. 1. Yeah, you can't reach. Just to take the Sam. You know what? I could get there and it could fail its long range attempt. So, do we move 108 flight? Yeah, I think it's, I don't know. It's just that I'm worried. I think I want to keep these separate. I want to hold this guy back, because we're not at that orbit point yet. We're going to have to wait till next turn. Mind you, I'm going to have to move this guy eventually. He's going to have to move this turn. Right, let's do the helicopter thing. Right, let's do it. So, Mother's going to move in, right? And I want to say that it can turn whatever. So, yeah, it wants to turn back facing the other way. It's that low altitude. No, Grant. Do I not need to drop to deck? I do, don't I? And then next turn I can land. But I need to drop to deck this turn. Yeah, we're not landing this turn, are we? So I'm moving in there and having to drop to deck. So, I mean, my guess is it's a free descent. So I'm assuming that's all okay. I'll you know what? I'll take that yellow cube off just now. If she's in the extraction hex and extraction hex. Let me just look at the rules here again for it. So, nail objective for this mission is to destroy your defences in the area around Nikolai Krasnov's location to clear away for H-53 Flight Mother to extract and return him alive to the NATO side of the front. So, what does it say about the helicopter again? When it lands at target hex, we roll a dice. But hang on, to get it landing, well, on the wee card it says move 1 hex per turn on the flight log sheet. Deck low altitude only. Must land from deck. Use full movement points to land. So if I was at deck before I moved into that hex, that's not any good, is it? No, it's not. It's not, because I've got to use my full movement point to land. Whereas I'm moving... well, you could maybe... Right, hang on. I probably need to know the full rules for helicopters landing, maybe. And just to confirm, it says that they may freely turn any amount prior to and after their movement point expenditure. So that's why I can turn right around again. Yeah, helicopters at deck altitude may land in any hex by expending all of their movement points for the movement phase. Yeah, I think we've got to move into the hex first. Yeah, I'm going to read it that way anyway. So what I've done is I've moved into the hex and dropped my altitude to deck as a free descent. And now next turn I'll be able to attempt to land. And I think that's when we need to check. Oh no, when it lands, then we roll. So I can be sitting there landed. And hopefully we're going to roll the right number on the dice and not have to hang around. Okay, so what happens when we move into there? Well, 2 or maybe 3 things are going to happen. Yeah, I think 3 things. Because we're at deck altitude. We're within 5, so we've got the inherent, and we've got, because we're at deck, we've got small arms fire across the deck, and we've got a SAM that's going to attack. So this is it. This is it. This is. So we'll work from small stuff to big stuff. Well, yeah, I need to keep the SAM to last. That's how it works. And in actual fact, yeah, that's the way it would work. I do these first, then fire cans, then 2K22s, then SAMs. So here we've got the small arms, and that's because, again, it's, what is it again? Automatic small arms A at deck. At the end of any movement phase, any flight that is at deck, altitude on the enemy side of the front is attacked by a small arms A barrage. So we're getting that at deck, and then we're going to get the 2K22 at deck, and then we're going to get the NSC13 at deck, and within and not at long range. So, oh, he's going to get a +1 to that. That's not good. Right. Anyway, so first of all, we need the 17, or we don't want a 17 basically. 17 or greater for the small arms. Oh, you're having a laugh. Right, so that's a hit. So, yeah, I assume we'll have to go and resolve this first. Well, that was going to be the easiest one too. Right, what we got then? So this is on the barrage modifiers. It wasn't medium heavy. Target and bomb run, no. Oh, this is going to apply, isn't it? Stinger, SC7, apply an A, barrage roll, greater than or equal to 16 versus target at deck low. Oh. So he's getting a +2 there. My speed. Ugh. My speed's less than 2, isn't it? Yeah. So he's got a +1 there as well. That's a +3. That doesn't apply. Oh. That's good. I never noticed that. So we're +3, he's getting a -4 because it's at night. And that one doesn't apply. So +3 -4, so it's a -1 for this. And he needs, and we're on the slightly easier column. So what did I say, a -1? +2, +3, +3 -4. Yeah, a -1. Here we go. Oh, no. Or is it high? I want? Don't think it is it? No, it's not. 16 -1's 15. That's a K. From the small arms. Oh. Oh, that's brutal. So, well, we've got 2 helicopters. So I guess, yeah, we do have 2 flights. So I guess we could still get away with it. Well, we are getting away with it. So it was just a K result. So which aircraft is it going to be? It's going to be on the 2 column. Oh, this is not what we wanted on this one. So on the 2 column, rolled an 8. So my guess is it's aircraft 2. It is. So aircraft 2 for mother is shot down. Now there's 3. There's 3 crew. That must be per aircraft or per helicopter, if you like. Let me just see though. If a helicopter is shot down, do not roll for bailout or place parachute markers. All crew members are considered rescued on the friendly side of the front and captured if on the enemy side of the front. However, helicopter crew members do not count for victory point. Okay. The helicopter itself does count as an enemy aircraft for VP purposes. Oh, that's a relief. I thought they were getting 3 victory points there. Because we're over the other side of the front. Right, not good. Okay. Well, I think we're doing things right, but certainly went rolling the dice right. Okay, so that's the small arms done. Now we've got worse to come. We've now got the 2K22 at deck level, which is a 12. So here we go. So a 12 or greater, we do not want. 7. Okay, I've got away with that one. Right. Right. So now we need to check the SAM, which is probably card 2, I think. SAM attack. Yeah. Now the SAM is it's at range 1, so it's all good. Now we've also got to remember we've got poor SAM defense, haven't we? So this is going to fire. This is horrible. So they two modifiers apply. Well, we're at deck and we're at normal range. We're at range 1. So he's getting a +1 to that to start with. It's an infrared SAM attack, so it's getting a -1. That's us down to 0. That's not going to apply. And okay. I've made a mistake there then. Because I clearly should not have turned round and should be facing that way. Clearly to benefit from that modifier. So I'm gonna allow myself that one. I think I've got him turned slightly. And yeah, so he's in our front hemisphere. And remember, before or after our movement points, we can turn any way we want. In fact, just to be extra sure. So that means, because if I turn away from him, it's going to be an infrared attack from my rear hemisphere. So, yeah, hopefully you're okay with that one, guys. After that, small arms hit. I thought, well, there's a chance we might not even get this could be game over. So yeah, sorry, coming back here, we had a +1, we get a -1 to that, that's 0. So we're going to get a -1 because it is an infrared SAM attack from the forward hemisphere. So a -1, and we need 11 or less with a -1. That's not 11 or less. 13 -1, 12. So even that -1 did not help us. So it's a possible hit. Oh dear. Right, so roll and SAM defense. This is the one we want a high roll now. So standoff jam and spot defensive. Right, they don't apply anyway. I don't know what the helicopter's got though. So that's infrared. It's infrared. These don't apply. This does apply. Infrared. So we got +3. Doesn't apply. Doesn't apply infrared SAM. We did not dash throttle. It's not one of them. It's not that. And we do have poor defense. So we had the +3. We got a -1 for that. Poor SAM defense. I remember reading that. So we've got a +2 and we need greater than a 12. Or a 12 or greater. With a +2. Come on. Oh, it's just. I didn't think it was. 10 +2. 12. Just, wow. Because I don't think I would have wanted that SAM avoid either. Okay, we get away with it. So we're still alive. Maybe not kicking, but we're alive. I think that's everything, isn't it? So there was a SAM launch, and then we took the inherent and we took the small arms for being at deck, and we lost the helicopter. Yeah, not great, was it? So that's him moved. I think that's our 3 flights, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, well, you can see how rough it is in there, but you can imagine also if we hadn't suppressed these two, that would have been an R2 2K22 attacks. Yeah, I mean, and it was the small arms that got us. That's ironic. Anyway, okay, so that's our 3 initiative. Right, I'm going to have to call it there actually. So it will be Warsaw Pact next turn, and that's not going to be until tomorrow at least. In fact, I might not get the chance tomorrow as well. Back to work, got other things on, and I'll be back over the weekend though. This tomorrow's probably going to tie me up. No, I'll see. I might still get a little shot. But yeah, I think I'll just leave it there. It's managed to take me 55 minutes to get to here, so yeah, well, we're hanging in there because next turn with the helicopter, we land. Now, I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I suppose we're landing. Is the SAM going to... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, yeah, we checked that, didn't we? There's certain SAMs that don't attack at deck. When at deck, they may only be acquired and attacked by SAM units specified in the SAM data table. Yeah, I looked at that. That's the wee helicopter symbol on it with the fire. So, yeah, they do fire at deck. I'm not sure what happens when we actually land, if anything fires at us then. I mean, surely not. SAM's not going to fire at you on the ground, is it? Or is it? And the small arms? Did they fire? And the inherent 2K22? Not sure. I might have to look into that a little. I'm not really that sure. Right, I better get away from now, so we've got to get ready for heading off to bed, to be honest. Great. Up at, I don't know, it'll be 2:30 in the morning or something like that. Something horrible like that. Okay, I'll be back when I'm back with the next part. Okay, cheers.